And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're talking about Disney Villainous Bigger and Badder. Now this is a standalone game, but it can be mixed with the other Villainous games out there. So I'm not going to be in this video explaining how to play Villainous. We'll put a link to my main review in the description of this one. I'm just going to talk about the 3 new villains that are in here. Well, as you can see from the front of the box, we have Syndrome from The Incredibles. That's right, Pixar is now in the Villainous universe. But not just Pixar, we have Lotso here from Toy Story 3, and then they threw in Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone, a movie not a lot of people watched. I'm not saying it's not bad, it's just not a lot of people have seen that one, and they usually do that in these sets. They have the frontline villain, which is definitely Syndrome. Lotso, while Toy Story 3 is a great movie, is not maybe as well known as the villain, so they put the most popular one on the cover. That being said, let's take a look at these 3 villains, and we'll be back. Okay, we're going to start with Syndrome here, the Incredibles villain. So he has the Incredibles, who are really powerful. Look at Mr. Incredible, 6, and Elastigirl 4, Violet 3-2, Jack, Frozone. So there's a lot of good guys here. No Capes is a bad card to be played on Syndrome. Now, these heroes are powerful, and the way he wins is you need to defeat Omnidroid version 10 with Syndrome and have no heroes in your realm. So that's kind of tricky, but you're going to have to kind of maneuver things to get to that point. Syndrome's going to be about going through his deck. Now he starts with Omnidroid version 8. And you can actually use this as one of your minions, but at the same time you can fight it. You can attack these yourself, or you can upgrade them. So to upgrade them, you're going to need these major modification cards. You need 1 to upgrade it to level 9, and then you're going to need 3 to upgrade it to level number 10. Meanwhile, you're going to be using these patrols to go out and fight the heroes. But even so, the heroes are powerful, but you have things like 0 point energy, which gives heroes -2 strength. And there are other ways, like 15 years later, to find a hero, put them out with negative strength. You actually want the heroes out. You want to defeat them. This game comes with tokens that you can put on heroes to show their negative strength. So all this stuff is going on, and there's 1 card in the deck that you can get when you upgrade to a level Omnidroid version 9, and that's Syndrome's remote. So this one's pretty important. You put this on a location. If this location's in the same location as Omnidroid 10, you can activate this to defeat them. That's it. When you defeat it, you flip it over, and basically it says, if there's no heroes in your realm, you win the game. Well, that's trickier than when this comes out. First of all, it's starting on your opponent's side moving around, and it is pretty strong to beat it. You can use this remote to defeat it, but the problem is the heroes, when the heroes come out, they will take this from you. They will take Syndrome's remote from you and run around with it. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. This is I found to be one of the more complicated villains to play because of all this. But it is a lot of fun, as you got to figure out when to use these for your side, or when you're just going to try to defeat them yourself to get the glory, like Syndrome did. Lotso. You almost feel bad playing him because you're playing with some of the most beloved heroes of all time. Woody, Jesse, Rex, Ham, and all kinds of other good cards in here. But the most important card in this one is Buzz Lightyear, who actually starts on the board with a cardboard token, but can be turned into demo mode Buzz Lightyear. And there are cards that Lotso has. What Lotso needs to do is have 4 heroes with 0 strength, which is hard because Woody is a 5. But Lotso also has access to these tokens I mentioned, which can subtract power from the different characters that are out there. So he has all sorts of cards that are going to do that, where you move a hero and guardian in his location. So you're trying to, here you have your own characters who are moving around, but you are trying to affect your opponents. This is flipping Buzz Lightyear to the demo mode side. You play any amount of power to play the Bookworm, reduce a hero's strength by that amount. So he needs to have 4 heroes that are 0 strength. So you need to have the heroes out there, which is going to make your opponents think about putting heroes in your realm, but you want to get them out. And Smells Like Strawberries. If someone else, you play this and shuffle your discard. You're going to get these cards back. All heroes in Lotso's realm except Woody get -1 strength. All heroes in the Caterpillar room get -1 strength. So Lotso, I think, is actually quite a bit simpler to play than the last one, Syndrome, because here you're just trying to get these characters out in front of you. You're trying then to get them in the Caterpillar room and then basically just reduce their strength to 0. That's a little bit more straightforward, even if you feel bad playing Lotso. But fun things like Spanish mode. This is a fun villain, I think, to play. All right, now we're taking a look at Madam Mim from The Sword in the Stone. Now, she has 2 decks of cards. You have your regular Fate cards, which are going to have Merlin and a bunch of the people who are with him. But there are Merlin transformations. One of these will start out here in the Dueling Ground. So here we have Turtle Merlin that's out. But there are many of him: Rabbit Merlin, Caterpillar Merlin, Walrus, Mouse, Crab, and Goat. And all of these have to be defeated for Madam Mim to win. That's it. You just have to defeat these one at a time. They kind of count as allies, and so she's one of the more straightforward people to have out there. She can look at the top 2 cards, put them in any order. You're going to pick the order they come out. She doesn't have allies herself. She simply has her own things that she turned into. The fox, the crocodile, the chicken, the elephant, the tiger, the rattlesnake, the rhinoceros, the purple dragon. Oh, I remember the purple dragon. So there's these different cards. You're messing with them. But again, it's a fairly straightforward deck here. There's a wizard duel. And the problem that you have, though, is it's like a rock, paper, scissors. Turtle can only be defeated by Crocodile Mim. And the fox beats the rabbit. And the chicken beats the caterpillar. And each one tells you what it does. Like here, the chicken can only be using a vanquish action targeting Caterpillar Merlin. So this one is a longer one. You're not going to win this one very quickly, which is fine. I mean, none of the villains and villainous can be defeated very quickly, but you're trying to get these out as fast as you can. And every time you defeat one, you put another one out. So you're going to be looking through your deck, trying to use cards in your deck to get the right ones, like this. Draw 4 cards from your deck, then discard 4 cards, because you're looking for those very specific ones, or defeat any transformation that's in Madam Mim's realm. So you're trying to get these done as quickly as you possibly can. This is the easiest one to play in this set, so there's that. So the 3 different tokens here, I actually don't really like Madam Mim's. I don't know what this is. It's like a purple thing here. I like Lotso, though. I like that big bear head. And I don't know, I like the hair token here. Lotso's my favorite of these tokens. But they're nice, chunky tokens. All the art in the game is fantastic, as always. Just looks great. I love how the whole thing looks, and even with the Pixar stuff, it has more of a artistic look to it than the 3D animation. And as always, each one comes with their own little book that explains how to play that character. It comes with power tokens, and like I said, this one has specific power tokens that give negatives, since you'll need that for both Lotso and Syndrome. Yeah, but as always with these things, the components are great and everything fits in the plastic containers. Well, there's kind of a mix in here. Like I said, I feel like the difficulty levels, if I was giving them a green, yellow, red, I think I'd put the green probably on Madam Mim, even though her deck seems a little complicated when you first, there's a transformation out there, find that card to defeat it. Everything else is, just some upkeep and stuff. Lotso is get heroes out there, make them weaker, get them over there with Woody, Buzz Lightyear, make sure Buzz Lightyear's on the right side. And then Syndrome is the most complex one, because you're getting heroes out, defeating them, upgrading, finding that remote. Now, I don't think anything in Villainous is overly complex, but I would put Syndrome into one of the more complex in the series as all. Now, of the 3 of my favorite to play, I think Madam Mim, even though she's, I think, the easiest, I like defeating the transformations. Now, my favorite to play is Syndrome, because I'm going to fit in there. If everyone's special, no one is. I feel, it's interesting. 2 of these villains here, maybe all 3 of them, but Syndrome and Lotso especially, are almost tragic villains in a sense. Like, they're not just evil for evil's sake. They went that route because of, reasons and things. I don't know. It's interesting. I like Pixar, so I'm hoping we see more of the Pixar villains. Although a lot of Pixar movies, the villain is like an idea more so. I'm getting off topic here. a good addition to the line. Lots of fun. If you like Villainous, this is worth getting. I don't know if I would start with this one per se, because I still think the base set is the best one because you get 6 in that one. But this is a good one to buy, especially if you like the Pixar movies. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and don't forget how awesome that duel scene was in The Sword and the Stone. It really was great. And you've been watching the Dice Tower. Dice Tower Judgment approved!